Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Akwaf that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000 and one third, the hopeful elect of Israel, on the brother Yeshua. So, signs, we gotta know the signs to look for. And they're everywhere. So I wanted to read Second Ezra's in the NRS, right? Because sometimes it's easier to understand. We all know, measure thou the time diligently. Measure thou the time diligently in itself, right? We know that, but let's read it in a little different situation, and maybe we might get a little better understanding or a little different understanding, okay? All the same. Where did I want to start? I want to start at 5. All right. Speaking of the signs, all right, more about the signs of the end. How close are we to the end? Just one of my biggest queries. I don't know what the query. I don't know what to call it. How close are we to the end? All right. So we'll read 5. Second Ezra 9 and 5. For just as with everything that has occurred in the world, which is a big statement, everything that has occurred in the world from beginning to end, the beginning is evident and the end manifest. So also are the times of the Most High. The beginnings are manifest in wonders and mighty works, and the end in penalties and in signs. So we're in the time of penalties. That's huge, right? And signs. Okay, judgments, penalties, right? Let's look at that real quick. And what is that? Penalties and signs 6. Let's read 6 real quick. Endings and effects and signs. And endings and effects and signs. So this word effects has to go back to penalties. All right? Beginnings and wonderful and powerful works. That's wonderful and powerful works deal with beginnings. Endings deal with signs and effects. We had a big ass sign the other day. All right? And people say, oh, nothing happened. It was a nothing burger. Right? No. That was a big ass sign. Okay? That was a big ass sign. So back to the NRS. All right. And end. Okay. So are the times of the Most High. The end of this time deals with penalties and signs. Okay. Let's read on. It shall be that all who will be saved will be able to what? Escape on the account of their works or on the account of their faith by which they have believed. All right, so the point I'm getting at are these signs. All right, so let's look at some signs. More signs. Here's a sign. Gold is skyrocketing. And what does it mean? What does it mean that gold is skyrocketing? 2 hours ago, this Canadian prepper, there's old Nate, CIA Nate. Alert, Israel and Iran threaten nuclear EMP strikes. That's huge. What? EMP. Nuclear / EMP strikes. That's both. Nuclear and EMP strikes. Okay? Israel and Iran threaten nuclear / EMP strikes. Gold Gold's World War III warning. When gold shoots up like that, it's a sign of what? War. Right? Go to what's safe. War. France cuts, Russia talks. What does that mean? No peace and safety. Sudden destruction is coming. All right? These are those signs. Signs of what? The end. Let's let Nate, everything Nate brings up, he can bring up he's going to bring up gold, which is a sign. All right. The market going crazy, the dollar crashing. These are all signs of what? The end. All right. Take it away.
Relatively constant.
We start at the top.
That number should send chills up your spine. The billionaires are building bunkers, and the price of gold is ascending precipitously, and every normalcy Norman abound is telling themselves, no big deal. It's not unprecedented. Stocks go up, Bitcoin goes up, all of these different asset classes are fluctuating wildly lately. That's not supposed to happen with gold. This number is trying to tell us something, that bad times are ahead. This does not happen. This is not Bitcoin, okay? When people buy physical gold, they tend not to sell it because it's not as easy to sell as the actual stuff. I mean, you can buy paper gold and you can exchange it in that sort of way, but most people who buy the actual physical stuff, they hodl it because it's not like pushing a button. It's not like, buying or selling on a trading app. This is something when you buy it, usually you keep it because you got to go and talk to a guy and you got to haggle and all that stuff. Nobody wants to do that. So this is telling us that war is on the horizon, or at best, that there's a pending global economic crisis.
These are signs. Gold is showing a war is on the horizon, which it clearly is, right? Or your money is about to completely crash, and you're going to have to start all over, and you can't hide it anymore, right? This is telling the true story. So with all of those things, gold's going up, money's going down, here comes war. What are these the signs of? They don't even know that they can't pull out of this. All right? There's no pulling out of it. Basically, it's a nosedive that you can't control. It's a hammerhead.
In the works. This is looking like the 70s when gold 10x'd. Now, we're talking about 6 months, and the market cap of gold has increased trillions of dollars. Just today, 14 times 7, how's my math today? About 98 billion, close to $100 billion in market valuation in terms of the price of gold has been added today because the US dollar has remained relatively constant. So we know that this is in real terms. People are buying the physical stuff. Now, the number could fluctuate tomorrow. It could come out, the CPI numbers come out, and there's a correction, which there should be a correction by this point because it has just been steadily ascending for the past 6 months.
Yeah, the correction you're talking about is the plunge protection team, right? They're at the ready.
I'm going to talk about the war. We got 15 pages. We got to talk about nukes. We got to talk about Israel.
Nukes, sign. Israel, sign. Big ass sign. Who is Israel? Big old sign. Okay? You see the signs of the end. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a sign of the end. I'm not going to play this all the way through, but you can imagine just by what he's mentioning right now where this thing is going. Let's check out the signs.
Running exercises and threatening the Iranian nuclear facilities. There's tons of stuff to talk about, but I wanted to open with this because all too often people get acclimatized to these types of moves in the market because this is what we've been used to for the last 5 years, but this is not normal. This is telling us this is bad. I think I've said it on the channel before. Bob Moriarty has said it when he was on here, that if gold goes to $2,500, you're going to see social chaos. People are...
Social chaos. It's a sign, okay? Everything that he's about to say, go back and watch this. It's very important. Look, dealing with Iran and what Iran is about to do. It's their turn on the get my lick back track, right? What did he just mention? We're at 251. I'm going to take it to 247. What come out of his mouth?
Dollars, you're going to see social chaos.
Social chaos. Let's see. See if we can find social chaos here. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 3 in the NRS. So, when there shall appear in the world earthquakes, did we just have one? Tumult of the peoples. What does tumult of the people mean? Tumult. Uprisings. Intrigues of the nations. Wavering of the leaders. Confusion of princes. Look at Prince William, right? He's confused right now. Wavering of the leaders. Look at Zelensky. Look at Ice Cream Joe. Okay? These fools are falling on their faces right now. Even Netanyahu. Look at Netanyahu. They want to destroy that dude. Okay, his own people. All right. Tumult of the people. Let's read that here in 3. Uproars, tumult. Uproars of the people in the world. We don't have that. Shoot, let's go right here. Watch this. Israelis want Bibi gone. Israelis want Bibi gone. What comes up? I want something now. Anti-Netanyahu summit swells in Israel as thousands of protesters want Bibi out. 9 days ago. 2 days. Israel. Thousands rally against Netanyahu. Right? This is uproars of the people. Let's get it in real time. They want that dude out. I don't have to tell you what this is. I want my Legos.
You see these children, they're starving right now. Let's help Palestine. They need food, they need water, they need medical supplies.
There's uproars about that. Let's get to it.
The Israeli Prime Minister is mounting thousands of protesters gathered in Jerusalem Sunday, standing outside Parliament, demanding the removal of Benjamin Netanyahu and calling for new elections. This followed Saturday's protest in Tel Aviv and a separate anti-government protest. Many Israelis believe that Netanyahu is putting his political survival ahead of the nation and the hostages. Last night, before going under for a hernia operation, Netanyahu held a press conference in response to say that new elections would only benefit Hamas.
In addition, from harsher words from the U.S., Germany also wading into the war of words and switching tones on Israel, with the German chancellor visiting Israel last week and asking Netanyahu publicly, how can the goals of the war justify such terribly high costs? Supporting Israel is viewed as an historic duty in Germany because of the Holocaust, so even murmurs of questioning that's for the prompt release of the hostages seized on last October 7th and for an immediate ceasefire in the Strip. Pope Francis's plea comes as Politico published a report that the Department of...
I want to see some cold uprisings. I want to see some real, let me see, anti-government.
Growing turmoil in Israel. Fiery protests erupted.
That's a year ago. This is 9 days. Anti-government protest. I want to see them tearing shit
The
up.
U.S. and Israel will reportedly hold a virtual meeting today to discuss the Biden administration's alternative proposals to Israeli military invasion of Rafah. The meeting was supposed to happen last week, but was postponed by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after the U.S. did not veto a UN Security Council resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. The White House says an invasion in Rafah, where more than 1 million Palestinians are sheltering, could result in mass casualties and deepen the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Meanwhile, massive protests took place in Israel over the weekend as demonstrators there continued to call on Netanyahu to resign. Tens of thousands of people turned out to express their anger and anguish over Netanyahu's handling of the war and hostage negotiations.
All right, so that's uprisings, but hey, they're about to get a lot more intense out here. All right. So anyway, I just these signs, right? We see what's going on with the bridges, right? More. Their bridges are being attacked. Don't be stupid. Baltimore Bridge, 9 days, 2 weeks. Cargo ship. Is this all the same one? They're hiding it now. Come on. Come on. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yep. I can't say attacked, right? Cargo ship and bridge collision, close call in New York Harbor 1 day ago. 8 days ago. What is that? Oh, that's a Apple River stabbing. Yeah, so wow. Ooh. Mofos are dropping. Anyway, yeah. So I got distracted with the fair ride. Yeah, so strange things going on. What is this? What do you mean? Bridges are collapsing. What is that? Okay. Well, we're being attacked. More bridges um, falling. Falling? Let's see. Bridges falling like London. London Bridge is falling down. Nothing? They're still hiding it. 2 weeks, 2 years. Come on. Anyway, keep your eyes open, right? Let's get Sirac real quick. Let's see. Be not ignorant of anything. I'll just quote it. Be not ignorant of anything in a big matter or small. Now more than ever, it's time to be vigilant. Vigilant, Salakia. Vigilant. All right? So I'm going to just end it right here. Keep your eyes open. According to Nate, shit is about to break on through, all right, to the other side. So with that, we hope that the electorate edify you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.